What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are here for episode 3 of our Madden 22 Philadelphia Eagles franchise rebuild, and we're not even 3 hours from episode 2 dropping. We're at episode 2. I said if that video hit 1,000 likes, I'd drop episode 3 here today on Thursday. Not even 3 hours. I was expecting Thursday to wake up around lunchtime and be like, oh, it's at 900, it's at 1,000 likes, still some pretty good hype. Let's drop an episode. It's 1 a.m., 3 hours from episode 2 going live, and that video is sitting on 1,300 likes. I was reading through the YouTube comments, getting ready to go to bed. I was like, I can't sleep right now, man. I'm too hype. Your hype is infectious for this series, and I very much appreciate it. I can't really set a like goal for today's video because tomorrow's video is going to be a new realistic rebuild, but I will say this. It's a challenge. This video can hit 1,500 likes by the time I'm done recording the realistic rebuild for Friday. If you can get 1,500 likes, Saturday and Sunday will both be uploads of the Eagles franchise. We'll do, week 10, week 11, something like that. That'll be my challenge to you. If you guys hit that, it will be a weekend of Eagles franchise, and I very much appreciate you guys for all the support you've been dropping on the channel lately, especially on this series. Again, that's all you can say. It's infectious. I was literally getting ready to go to bed, saw it. I was like, all right, let's go. We're good. Had a great salad. Had a nice salad. I'm ready to get on the sticks. And I think we're at a good spot as terms as getting on the sticks. We've had a little bit of all-pro with some sliders and some slider testing, some all-Madden with some sliders and some slider testing, and I feel like the challenge we had in that Detroit Lions game is the perfect challenge we needed, because we went into it 0-7 Detroit Lions. Now they're the 0-8 Detroit Lions, but it was a tough game. It was enough challenge on, really finding that balance between every team being good, having that difficulty of if you're not on your game, you're going to lose a lot of matches here, especially if your squad's not particularly good, which our squad is not the best. It's very much a work in progress. It's a rebuild. You need to find that balance with still being able to have, big plays here and there. Not the best Madden player, so I'm going to need a little bit of wiggle room so the gameplay can be entertaining for you guys and for me. It's not just a grind of running into the wall and fighting the boss on the hardest difficulty, but I do think we found a great spot right here against Detroit, and everything like that is going to be, feels okay now. It's going to be put to the test week 9 as we have the Chargers. We're welcoming Justin Herbert. They got Derwin James. It's a tough matchup, and I'm not really looking forward to it because I think it could get ugly, but that is for next week. We are still here in week 8, and what we need to finish out on is that the trade deadline is after this week, and we have a certain offensive lineman that I think possesses a lot of value around the NFL, and that is Andre Dillard. Now, I will say I kind of asked you guys about potential trades, and it seemed like there was enough people to be like, just keep him. Offensive line injuries do happen. You have Lane Johnson. It could be worse for death. But I'm going to be honest. I'm talking about guys I can get behind on my offensive line. I like Jack Driscoll to maybe be a cover there at offensive tackle. He's obviously not as good as Dillard, or you look at moving maybe Dillard to right guard for the time being. You could do that too. But I think a trade can be made to strengthen the defense. We need help at safety. We need help more at linebacker. And there's a potential scenario that we can move Andre Dillard before this trade deadline. I think we should pull that trigger. And I wouldn't imagine a scenario. Andre Dillard's agent is probably not super happy that his guy's buried behind Jordan Mailata. Pretty much lost out the battle to Jordan Mailata and behind Lane Johnson. So I kind of went through some of your guys' feedback, and then it snowballed into a trade idea that I wanted to make. In terms of finding a trade partner for Andre Dillard, I had a couple suggestions for you guys. You guys had a couple of suggestions for me. It's not necessarily pink slips. This is my Eagles franchise. I feel like at the end of the day, I'm going to pull the trigger, but I always like getting feedback. And I will say right now, the decision I've made for our trade came with a lot of assistance from a certain fan base to make sure that it was legit. You may not be as stoked about it. You may not be in love with it. But as far as I've been able to, double check, get some references, it was legit. So first suggestion was Mike Edwards. Good depth safety here because I want safety or linebacker for the Bucs. Bucs just unfortunately have no need whatsoever for a tackle of Andre Dillard, so there was no value there really. I talked about Bobby Okereke, and I was like, all right, if you're going to do that, trade Dillard for Okereke. We do need tackle help, but you got to overpay a little bit. I was like, okay, keep that in mind. Put that on the back burner. I suggested potentially on the Dolphins Van Ginkel because they drafted Jalen Phillips in the first round to be his replacement. 76, has that star dev, only 26, and we can find a way to make it work. He's a versatile linebacker, can play on either side for us in Jonathan Gannon's defense. Had some suggestions to maybe get Olukun, linebacker 2. Yes, they run a 3-4, but he's still linebacker 2. Maybe we could find a deal for the Falcons, but they also don't really need Andre Dillard at this given time unless they want to slide him over to right tackle. Had a couple suggestions here potentially for a nice user in Blake Cashman. I was like, okay, I can think about that. A real popular player was actually Divine Diablo, but I don't think the Raiders would trade for, a rookie. They would trade a rookie for a tackle. I just don't see that, even though they might be able to use him at right tackle. The number one team that kept coming up was the Pittsburgh Steelers. Had a couple different scenarios. Most popular one for sure was C4. Look at the safety spot. Terrell Edmonds, former high round pick, only 24.78 normal dev. So it's fair from trading a normal dev to a normal dev type guy. And you look at the stats: 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 87 hit power, good pursuit, good tackling, good coverage. Man, he's just generally a fairly well-rounded player. And I was like, okay. I mean, safety's a need. I want a linebacker, though. Push comes to shove, I want a linebacker. I was like, well, he's 6'1", 220. Maybe I can move into linebacker. And I was like, linebacker. Steelers are utterly desperate for an offensive lineman. Right tackle is Chuck Okorafor, 67. Joe Haig, 62. You have Dan Moore, who's been an absolute turnstile this year, 65, the rookie. They need to pay for it. They need a tackle. This is a win-now year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have got to protect Ben Roethlisberger, and it got me thinking about this guy. Devin Bush, same draft class as Andre Dillard, both first-rounders from the same class. Started his career pretty good, has had some injuries, and I made a tweet. Put it this way. I was making sure I could cover. I wanted Devin Bush. I wanted a trade that started with Devin Bush and Andre Dillard, and to figure out a way that we could make it happen. I was like, Steeler fans, just answer this. Is Devin Bush tradable? Or is he still in that, like, we traded up for him in the draft and there's no way we'd give up on him? Is he at least tradable? Or is he completely untouchable? And the feeling that I got from Steeler fans, he's 100%. He could be on the trade block for the right move to strengthen another area of the team, but they're not just giving him away. So I was like, okay. So it's not like I'm getting a guy that's absolutely untouchable. There are, and I seem to get the feeling from most Steeler fans that this is still a prove-it year for Devin Bush. I mean, the only I honestly can think from an outsider that watches Steeler games is like, I've seen Spillane make more plays than freaking Devin Bush when I watch them play, and they just made a trade for Joe Schobert. So I was like, okay, well, and just for reference, and I highly recommend this if you guys are in an online franchise, even if it's solo, start another new franchise before you make your trades, because once you make a trade in an online franchise, it's pretty much, it just goes through. If it goes through, it goes through. There's no tinkering. At least when you go offline, you can figure out what trade does go through and then just proactively apply that to your existing franchise. So that's what we're doing. We're in this little side franchise here to see what it would take to get Devin Bush from the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I think we start with Andre Dillard. The thing to think about with Andre Dillard is that, 72, ceiling, obviously him go up to low 80s. So you're thinking if you're making this trade for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you're not just getting a Band-Aid for this year, not just getting a Band-Aid for the last year Ben Roethlisberger, but you're getting a guy that's going to be your tackle of the future. Maybe not necessarily purely stick him at left, but in between left or right tackle, Dillard's going to be their tackle for the next 5 years. He's got to get that second contract. So I was like, all right, knowing that this is kind of where I wanted to start the trade, it's the rest of the compensation that's going to either make you fine with this, especially if you're like, there's no way they're trade. There's already going to be people that said I wouldn't trade Devin Bush for anything less than 2 of those first-round picks. Okay, I was like, okay, those are the people that are just never going to get on board. I have a buddy that's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Shot him a text. Still up? What's going on, man? I'm thinking about trading in my Eagles franchise. Andre Dillard for Devin Bush. What would it take? He said, I'm not doing that for one. Dan Moore is horrific, and we absolutely would love Andre Dillard. Andre Dillard right now, 81, I believe, PFF pass blocking grade. He looks legit. He's finally putting it all together. Devin Bush in a prove-it year, but he's still Devin Bush, and especially from a Madden standpoint, he does have the star dev. We're trading to acquire and upgrade a dev trait on the defensive side of the ball. You can almost argue for the Pittsburgh Steelers side of things. They know we need a linebacker as much as they need a tackle. So I was like, all right, let's do Andre Dillard, and we got to finish this off with the picks. I'm not doing more than 2 players. I was Andre Dillard in a 4th rounder. For reference, this will go through in Madden, but there's a lot of bad trades that will go through in Madden. And after some back and forth, he said that if he was the Pittsburgh Steelers, he would do it for Andre Dillard in a 2nd. And I view this as an overpay. I was like, Devin Bush was a 1st-round pick. I'm giving you a 2nd for a guy that's still just a guy, and you are getting a lot better at a position that you have to find a way to get better at. But he was like, that's all I do, man. Take it or leave it. Andre Dillard and a 2nd-round pick for Devin Bush. And I feel like at the end of the day, me feeling that this is an overpay with outside influence, I think I can sleep at night. That if at worst people absolutely hate this, knowing that I overpaid in this scenario, it's what we got to do. So that is going to be the trade. Andre Dillard and a second round pick, man. Knowing that I could have done it probably for a fourth. I felt comfortable doing Dillard and a fourth. We'll throw him a second. And there we go, man. Swapping former first round picks. Devin Bush is an Eagle. I'll be honest, between this trade, I was like, man, did I make the right deal? And I was like, I want to just check something out. What do the nerds say? Looked up the nerds. Man, what's going on with Devin Bush? Like, is it the injury? Is he like not, again, I don't want to compare it because it's not apples to oranges, but like Jalen Smith? Like, was the injury bad? What was his injury? Like, he had like his PFF grade was like a 54. Oh, and that's what the nerds are saying. So if the fans are saying it, the nerds are saying it. Like, maybe I should have kept Andre Dillard, not helped out the Pittsburgh Steelers for Ben Roethlisberger. But at least for as long as it goes in Madden, he does have the dev trait. He's a 78. 77 there for Eric Wilson. Singleton is a 72. Also, might as well rock and roll with it. Move Devin Bush to the sub linebacker spot. Hopefully it works out. If not, I mean, if there was no injuries at that tackle spot for Johnson and Mailata, Andre Dillard just be rotting a spot away on our bench. We never re-sign him, and I feel like maybe the same is for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, if Devin Bush didn't really put it all together this year, would they re-sign him? Because you have all that money tied in with TJ Watt. You can only spend really so much at that linebacker spot, and it seems like Steelers just continually will find linebackers that can make that. Like, that Spillane guy was making plays for them last year, which was absurd. But, their losses are game. I mean, it's not even their loss. They literally just got the best young tackle you could probably trade for in the NFL right now, in Madden and or in real life. And we got a linebacker that hopefully can, bring a little star power if we can put it all together here to our linebacking core. So I'm happy with the deal. I think Pittsburgh's very happy with their deal. And we are now able to say that we're active at the trade deadline. We were buyers and also sellers, depending on how you look at the exchange there, the former first round picks. But now it is time. Welcome Devin Bush. Get him acquainted with his teammates. Give him a playbook, because we got to stop Justin Herbert. The fallout from Week 8, another weekly award. NFC Offensive Player of the Week for Miles Sanders. Back to back. Not as impressive from a yardage standpoint, but still pretty damn good. 179 yards, plus 16 receiving. 3 rushing touchdowns. You look around the league, I think head and shoulders, Miles Sanders stands above. So from not being utilized, not even sniffing a touch for the first couple weeks, we change our identity here in Philadelphia, and now it's Miles Sanders time. And we need that Miles Sanders time to carry the load here against what is going to be an incredibly difficult matchup against the 4-3 LA Chargers. With Justin Herbert, got Joey Bosa, Mike Williams is on fire, Austin Eckler's always good. Looking at their offense right now, they do have, a passing offense. I don't know how much it would benefit us to stop the run right now. So I'm kind of looking at what they're good at. It does look like the short pass. So I think right now we're going to try and take away the easy throws for Justin Herbert. You look at the defense, don't want to hold on to it too long. We had issues. We couldn't even freaking execute a screen pass the last episode. It looked like they're not good against the deep ball, but I don't know if we're going to have enough time to get the deep ball off. It is taking advantage of what they're not good at. Let's try it. Throw it deep. Hopefully no forced fumbles, no massive hit sticks from Derwin James. For the game plan goal, what's attainable for the head coach? Shut him out, win by 17. Okay, these are, I think we could, I guess we'll go 15 first downs. We will focus on the pass. That is their weakness, the deep pass. I think it might be easier to get the 275, I think, than the 3 touchdowns. Don't allow a rush touchdown. All right, I think we can hold Austin Eckler in check. And then for the weekly game plan, let's go through that. Yeah, throw 2 touchdown passes. Let's try to be conscientious of that while we are playing with Jalen Hurts, especially if we get down in the red zone. But I think those are very attainable goals for us to start getting some big time staff points, because we need to work on it, man. Our staff tree is pretty barren, to be completely honest with you, but that's what is expected. Oh no, Avonte Maddox with a shoulder strain. What's that mean? Is that like a multi-week? Is that a stinger? A shoulder strain. I'm not seeing he's going to miss time. Maybe he just won't be at 100%. Got some upgrades. A couple players really excelled this week. Oh, they're just a couple scrubs. So we got Marcus Epps, Should have had a pick, actually, a couple weeks ago against Tom Brady. Did not count because, you know, it's Tom Brady, I suppose. We got Jason Kroom, depth tight end. Hopefully he'll be back soon from injury, just for some depth. Ultimately, I don't think he's going to have much of a future with the squad. But we got Jalen Hurts. 1 skill point here, knock him out 1. I'm thinking let's just keep feeding into what he's good at as a scrambler. Not, you know, scrambler and improviser, not too far off. We got +3 awareness, which is... can we just buy throw power at this point? Would improve upon that 86 throw power. But break sack, throw accuracy mid, fine for Jalen Hurts, who's now up to a 72 overall. Looked really good against the Raiders. Looked solid against the Detroit Lions. And here against Joey Bosa, Derwin James, I think it's time to really see, you know, is Jalen Hurts going to be our guy? It's going to be games like this that he's going to prove it.
This that Philly devil, pulling up and I don't need a rental. Quick pitch to the outside, it's a house call C4 special. Take a check and we run it up. Got Quez heading up the sideline when it's do or die. We run it up, ain't trying to flex, but it's high time that the eagle fly. I'm the face of my city, for Philly we reppin'. It's all about green when we steppin'. I made up my mind at the day that I die, but they really gon' call me a legend. You know that it's now, the time is upon us. The chip on my shoulder is halfway to heaven. They X'ing us out for years, but tell them all hell. I turn the X to a weapon. This that free bird life. That fly, eagle fly. We might tear down and build it back just to show us by design. Hey, this that free bird life. We ain't go without a fight. So go tell Dallas, Washington, NY. Better watch they back cause I'm that Philly devil, pulling up and I don't need a rental. Quick pitch to the outside, it's a house call C4 special. Take a check and we run it up. Got Quez heading up the sideline when it's do or die. We run it up, ain't trying to flex, but it's high time that the eagle fly.
All right, first play. I want to be aggressive. I want to be real aggressive. As aggressive as we can. And we get the little bit of pass there to Goddard, 5 yards. Feel like the run game through 2 games, we've established with Miles Sanders. We feel good with it. Pass game through 2 games feels inconsistent. And I think that it kind of goes with the offensive line. I feel like our pass game couldn't get going last week. Couldn't get going last week because our offensive line was struggling to protect. We got sacked, hit on every single slant. If I can't operate a slant, doesn't give us much hope for the passes that need to go, you know, take a little bit of time to let the wide receivers set them up or the deep ball. 1st and 10 after a ridiculous grab. Mini Moss. Wasn't a full-on Moss, but a mini Moss from Dallas got it there. And I think that was on Derwin James. Don't want to pick on him in coverage too much. Get your block, Miles. Get your block, Miles. Close to a first down. Should have been a first down. Miles Sanders laid into Bosa. Ooh, a little bit behind Jalen Reagor. Late read. Was trying to get Devontae, but we still make the connection. 26 yards. Puppeteer. We need to play Joey Bosa like a puppet here. Make the right decision, which we kind of did. Run him over. I think that's one element of Madden that they didn't get right with Jalen. I think Jalen Hurts got a little bit more power, a little bit more trucking than Madden gives him credit for. He's a thick boy. He's a strong dude. There we go. Actually, really good blocking there from Dickerson. Back to the read option here. A little worried about this defense, especially some of the playmakers we have on defense. Too many runs with Jalen Hurts. We actually made the wrong read there. I can see fumbles happening. We don't want to put ourselves in a position for fumbles. But I'll tell you what we're also not doing. It's not 3rd and inches, and we're passing the ball. Let's bump it in. Miles Sanders inside. Avoid Bosa. We've got Linval Joseph, who's a pretty good D tackle. I like our guys get a little bit of push here. Go right behind Jason Kelsey. And there's the opening score of the game in front of the Philly fans there at the link. Getting hyped for Miles Sanders, the hottest player in the NFL. My worry wasn't so much about Bosa and James and the rest of that defense. I think we can move the ball, especially with Miles Sanders on the form that he is. I'm more so worried about me being able to stop Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler. Let's go with the new guy here. Devin Bush. Gotta give him a little bit of love. Ooh, can't make the hit. Make the hit. Lay the lumber. Great TFL. Javon Hargrave. Oh, no. Nothing serious, please. 3rd and 12. Got Milton Williams subbing in. Nope. That's a not well executed screen pass to Austin Eckler. Makes the tackle short of the sticks. And we get Jalen Hurts the football back. All right, Javon, disclated thumb. That's not too bad. I think we can give some reps to Milton Williams for a little bit, and hopefully Hargrave will be back before halftime. Need a big play. That's late. That's late. Come on, Jalen. Had him bit. That was late. Let's just keep going to Goddard, man. Then I don't know. Put Nasir Adderley on him. Maybe make a switch. Put Derwin on him. There we go. The legs. 3rd and 8. Quez Watkins. Need a big time. I don't think we've got a Quez touchdown yet. No better time than now. We could have went B. Real late read. Again, not so much I didn't see B as so much I don't trust Jalen Hurts. So we're going to take we got a 52-yarder by Jake Elliott. Okay, 6 wind. Well, the line pretty much is gone here, but let's see. Oh, that's a kick and a half right there. Best field goal kicker on YouTube. You know who it is. Look at Minshew's hair, man. He's Tarzan. Oh, Devin Bush. No. What a whiff. Let's try. Let's go. Oh, he just got close over helmet Ryan Kerrigan. JBL style. There we go. There's a TFL. First, a TFL for Devin Bush in an Eagles uniform. There's no way. Okay. What was great defense? Fuck. That was gonna happen eventually. Some of those yards back. Man, I just want to throw a bomb to Smith. We got that 86 throw power that we're working with. Good play. Chenawosu comes in. Oh no, who's that? Guyton? Yeah, we feel like we lost all of our momentum when Javon Hargrave left the game. Fans are like, oh no, we suck again. Okay, they're just moving the ball on down here. Need how much? When's Javon Hargrave coming back? You know? It's with Derek Barnett, man. It's his time. These guys playing for a contract. What can you show me? Oh, good PBU, Darius Slay. 3rd and 5. They can still get a first down. That would be certainly not ideal. Let's use your Bush here. Kind of control the middle of the defense. Oh, look at it works! Derek Barnett gets home, brings down Justin Herbert, and we hold him to a field goal. Let's go. Oh, there was a crack there. Saw a little bit of daylight. Shut the door just in time. Okay, we got crossers here. Play action. Quez, Jalen Rager. They brought the blitz. I don't like it. Throw it. Ah, man, he has a slow throw animation, man. You had the quick pass to A, but Bosa gets home. 3rd and 10. I don't know. Dallas Goddard. God damn, man. Do something, Lane. Oh. Come on. If you're gonna commit to the full-on Superman dive, let's complete the catch, Darius. Third and 2 midfield. Good to get a stop here. We got Fletch. Man, Lindsley's been doing pretty good. As well as Justin Herbert. Good tackle. Why is Zach McPherson in? Are there injuries that are occurring that I'm just not seeing? Are we that barren in the second that Zach McPherson's getting on the field? Fletcher Cox gets home. I mean, I guess it looks like they're fairly content. Just keep throwing the short pass there for a field goal, not a touchdown. Let's keep it that way. Come. Nelson. Who is that? Who? Like, who didn't know? Like, that wasn't Mike Williams. That wasn't Keenan Allen. Who just smoked my corner, too? Who? Kiki Kute? Let's keep folks throwing it short. And what should we stop here, Mr. Herbert? I guess we'll go mid pass. Yes, Javon Hargrave has come back. So I expect our defense to play a little better. Come on, man. What the tackling? A tackle! Safe tackle! You're tackling high. You're forgetting your technique. Not an athlete. Chargers are marching on our ass right now. Down the field. Open and drive. Second half. Oh, that's what we need. A little bit of blitz from Eric Wilson. New position. Glad to see you can still make some plays for our defense. Third and long coming up. Need to stop the R field goal range. So let's make sure if they do get something, it's underneath, it's short of the sticks. Let's see if we can get some pressure here. Fletcher Cox. Quiet game so far for Fletcher Cox. Now it's time for him to make a play. Blows that up. Austin Eckler is short. Probably about 2-3 yards. And the Chargers are, let's make sure they're going to go for it. No fakes. I've seen a couple fakes, more fakes. Since this is like the last Madden patch, then I would say at launch. Call it tinfoil hat. Call it whatever. I say it's 3 points for the Chargers. And we need to get our lead back. Oh my God! Oh, I think that might have been like my first kick return. Oh, we had it. That looked like we had it. Go empty backfield. Looking for Quez. Looking way too long for Quez, and we'll still have him make a play. Too locked in on him though. Should have probably went to a secondary option. Now it's third and short. Not calling it four down territory here. We'll see. I don't think we got anything. 4th and 2 on our 44. Gotta punt it. Gotta punt it. What is with the, like... I appreciate the massive hit by Devin, but what is with my corners just diving interception on every pass? Can we just get the routine pass breakup, you know? Like, what is that? He's automatic, like... What are you doing, Darius? Can't catch it through a dude. Tackle him. Get the pass breakup. Get your hands on it. Like, does Darius Slam have some sort of like incentive in his contract for interceptions only? Oh, Devin Bush. What? Come on, Fletch. 3rd and 3. You can win this. You can win here. You can bring him down for a TFL. We have another injury to Eric Wilson. Hopefully it's short-term like Javon Hargrave, but we hold them to yet another field goal attempt. I take that back. They saw Eric Wilson off the field. They think they can... Okay. The ball's on you. Go fullback. That's close. I think they got it. I think he's dead, but he's been killing us. Man, 58. I don't know who 58 is, but I think he's probably the best guard I've ever seen. He's not Quentin Nelson. He's better. Oh, Fletch did finally get there. Errant pass, to say the least. Okay, let's go back. We'll go down. This time I'm going to be Devin Bush. We're going to try chill here in the middle of the field. Oh my god, and it works. Javon Hargrave gets home. I think that's his 9th sack. 8th or 9th sack. He's getting close to double digits. And there we go. There's no way they're going for it. There we go. They hold him to a field goal attempt. That lead is attainable if we could just manufacture any form of offense here on this upcoming drive. Pass it to Rager. Got open. Great route. 2nd and 8. Not going to lie. Kind of trying to manufacture some touches here for Devontae Smith. And Bosa says, nah. Nah, not right now. 3rd and 19. Now we're getting to a spot where it's 3rd down territory. Got to start thinking about 4th down potentially. So send Rager deep. Goddard, Sanders, probably going to be where we want to look. Oh my god, Goddard right up the middle. Go! That is blown coverage. No, that was Derwin getting aggressive there. Looked like he was the guy that was out of position. Unless he was coming on the blitz. Dump it off. Go right across the middle. Quez Watkins up to the 21-yard line. There we go. That works just fine. That slide to keep the clock rolling. Jalen Hurts. Man, why are they not spying him? Like, they forget he can run? Let's see. Get the read here. Wasn't blocked the best. That one, I could taste it. That 1-point lead. I could absolutely. Oh yes, Derwin. No, we got 3rd and goal now. I think we just run it again. Miles Sanders been our hottest player. Little shaky. Jalen Hurts here or there. We could taste that 1-point lead. No one gets the guy in the middle. See how they line up. Like it looks like it's gonna be the exact same. No. Gotta think it over.
Boo! You suck.
What does coach want? Fullback dive, the same play. I feel like in this situation, because they've stopped it every other play, we got to get Jalen Hurts. Like, the idea is keep with Jalen Hurts, try to run with Jalen Hurts, and then, like, if someone's open last second, see if we can make that throw. See? It worked! I saw it! We tasted it! Okay. We need to do everything we possibly can to stop them from just marching down this field and kicking a field goal and winning. My confidence level to that is fairly low because these guys are really good at, like, checkdowns and shit. Okay. Made the tackle. Keenan, clock's rolling. I mean, they don't look over anxious to burn their timeouts yet. Oh, no. No, not Nelson Island. Hey, it's a hell of a PBU. You would not usually take a Steven Nelson against Keenan Allen downfield. Steven Nelson did an okay job. 2nd and 10. Oh, there's Fletcher Cox. Don't always have to use room. Just give the guys time, and the computer can make some plays. Fletch, I think he's got a sack every game so far since we've been playing. Just fantastic. Devin Bush makes the tackle, keeps it in front of him. This could be a game we could say right out the gate. Having Devin Bush on the defense might propel us to victory. It comes down to it right here. 4th and 13. Come on, Steven Nelson. Yes, Steven Nelson, baby! Let's go! Three and 0. Let's go. Wasn't pretty at all. But one hell of a debut from Devin Bush. And the you can't stop the momentum right now. Easiest remaining schedule in the NFL. 3-0. 0 catches for our first round draft pick. Jalen Hurts was okay, you know. Good QBR, 132 yards, just kind of shit. No touchdowns, no picks. It was just on the ground, man. 45 yards, touchdown. Miles Sanders, 58 yards. Jalen Hurts, an outstanding defense. Dallas Goedert, 5 catches, 68. Rager had a big play. Defensively, though, I don't know how Zach McPherson got on the field that much. It's beyond me. Oh, Avonte Maddox hurt himself in trade. That makes sense. Derek Barnett, 2 TFLs and a sack. We got a sack for Hargrave, sack for Fletcher Cox. Eric Wilson until he shattered his finger, I guess, because anything less than shattering his finger, I'm disappointed he didn't return to the field, but very strong performance defensively. Big time pass breakup when we needed it with Steven Nelson. 3-0. So we're coming out of the Chargers victory, 1-point victory. Still, you know, the offense isn't where I want it to be. We're running the ball well, which is good. It's just we haven't really been finding Devontae Smith, haven't really found Quez Watkins, but we're 3-0. What we're doing is winning, and especially when you look at the remaining schedule here, Denver's winnable game, Teddy and the Saints is a winnable game. We have the Giants and the Jets. Both those games are winnable. I mean, could just keep, you know, it's winning. I am always going to prioritize winning, and it's, you know, there could be a game where Jalen Hurts, the bad side of Jalen Hurts, the Jekyll and Hyde that we kind of see with Jalen Hurts, could rear up. Denver has a very good defense. Saints also have a good defense. Giants defense plays you tough. But as far as I know, we're 5-4. And for a rebuild, for a team that's 3 first-round picks, usually you want to tank, right? But we don't. I feel like we're in a good spot in terms of not tanking, because you know the Lions are so far ahead that they're probably going to get the top quarterback anyways. So other than that, like, it's, you know, we still got these picks. We got pick 7 and pick 8 in the first round right now. And hopefully the Dolphins don't find a way to trade for Deshaun Watson. If they do, I'll see if I can get it to happen in this save. But Dolphins and the Colts, they're going to protect their investment for 2 top 10 picks. And it's going to come to a scenario, and it was probably always going to come down to a scenario that if we wanted one of the first 3 picks, we'd have to be aggressive with our draft capital, like we were in acquiring Devin Bush. Now, just the more that sets in, the more that, like, I know that I could have got away with Andre Dillard, probably a 4th round, you know, probably a 4th round pick. Andre Dillard, a 4th round pick to get Devin Bush. But because I wanted to just, if I wasn't feeling like I was overpaying, I didn't really want to put it in the series. That's how I combat my own personal bias. Giving up that second rounder, man, that's annoying. I wish I kept it, but Devin Bush, I mean, he helped us in that game. I would argue being able to feel a little bit comfortable using a linebacker in Devin Bush caused at least 2 sacks in that matchup for us, and I'm happy that he's on our team, and hopefully there's, you know, hopefully you guys, at worst, if you didn't really like that evaluation, you got on board when I threw that second rounder, and because I'm still like, I like to rebuild my team through the draft. I just knew that we're not going to get, you know, unless we absolutely nail a player, phrasing. But like second round pick, we're not going to find someone like Devin Bush, probably not in the second round, even though, you know, hidden dev guys do exist. It's like, you know, the Steelers need to overpay. It goes back to like my history of you fan. I thought that when the Baltimore Ravens traded up to get Lamar Jackson, you know, trading up to get Lamar Jackson so they could get that 50 roster potentially, Philly didn't make them overpay enough. And knowing how desperate the Steelers are on the offensive line, I feel like I didn't get them to overpay for Devin Bush. I feel like I overpaid for Devin Bush. But you know what? Like I said, I think now at this point, knowing that I overpaid, there's going to be people that like that trade. There's going to be people that are like, well, at least you paid a second. I'm okay with it. And then there's always going to be people like C4, I'm not trading Devin Bush. I'm a biased more fan. You need to throw in 3 first-round picks. I had confirmation from from a diehard Steeler fan. He would do that deal with the second, and I'm more than good enough to rock and roll that. And I'm very happy that we have Devin Bush now on the defense. And we're going to need him to have a big week here against the Denver Broncos. So as we close this one out, fellas, again, thank you very much for all the support. If we can hit 1,500 likes this weekend, will be a doubleheader of the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, that's a lot. These things are not particularly easy to record and or edit, but 1,500, I'm going to be like, you know, over the moon, big bang boom, we're going to pump out those 2 episodes. So thank you very much for that support. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Trying to work our way up to 150,000 subscribers. It would be cool if we could hit that. Again, the likes goal, leave a comment in the comment section. We do want to get your feelings on the Devin Bush trade. There's always, if you still don't feel like the second rounder was enough, if it's overwhelming, I think we could always throw in something like a comp pick. just out of the blue, be like, hey, and if Devin Bush goes over 100 tackles, we'll send the Steelers a third-round pick, so a second and third. We can always do something like that if people absolutely hate that deal, but think with that second rounder, that's more than fair for a player that I at least got the idea and the feeling from Steeler fans that he's in a prove-it year, and they just got a lot better on the offensive line and got themselves a future tackle for the next 5 years. But that'll do it for me today, guys. Got an exciting new realistic rebuild dropping for you guys on Friday, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And if we hit our goal, I'll see you for a doubleheader of Eagles franchise on the weekend. Thanks for watching, and peace out.